Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be here showing you how to do a very easy bronzy glowy makeup look for summer or any occasion when you feel like doing a bronzy glowy look. I know summer's coming up, so we're going to wear more bronzy glowy makeup look, not less makeup because I did apply it quite a bit, but definitely more glowy look. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then keep on watching. So obviously my eyebrows are done, so I'm going to prime my eyelids. This is a SmashBox Photo Finish Lid Primer in Light. Okay, so now I'm going to set it. This is my Makeup Forever palette, which is filled with my ColourPop shadows. So I'm just going to take this one right here. It's called Firefly, and I think it might be part of their their spring collection with the 3 phases that they launched. So I'm just going to use that to set my eyeshadow. I'm actually only going to use that to set my brow bone. I'm going to leave the lid unset because I want to just apply the shadow as my lid shade as it is, so it's more pigmented. Now grasp onto the primer. It's just going to make it more pigmented. And as for the lid shade, since I'm doing something very summery bronzy look today, I'm going to go in with my Hidden Treasure palette from Dose of Colors. And I'm going to go in with the shade Coin. It's a very, very pigmented bronzy gold color and it's so pretty. But I'm also going to foil it as well. I'm going to take the Laura Geller Spackle Mist. I've shown this in a video before, so I'm just going to spray it a couple times and apply it onto my lid. Do you see how pigmented that is? And also foiling it will kind of like minimize the fallout, and I'm also just tapping it in. Sorry, patting it onto my lid. So this is what the lid so far. I'm going to take the same Hidden Treasure palette. I'm going to take the shade Locket, which is a matte light orangey color. I'm going to take my Morphe M511. This is just going to start blending out the harsh lines and also my transition shade. With the Morphe M504, it's a clean one, I'm just going to blend out the harsh lines. I go back with the ColourPop Single Shadows, and I'm going to take Note to Self. It's a matte shade, and I'm going to go pop that into my crease. I want this to be a very easy eye look. I don't want to do anything too dramatic, so I'm just going to build up using very soft and light colors. I'm just going to go back with my Morphe M511 with the color Locket, and I'm just going to blend. I'm just going to reapply my lid shade because I kind of lost it with all that blending. I'm going to go back with that shade Firefly, the first skin tone shade I used, and I'm going to highlight. I just want a matte highlight for now. Maybe I'll put a highlighter on the brow bone once I'm kind of finished with my look. Before I move on to my face, I'm going to go with my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in Brown Out. It's kind of it's like a dark brown but with a little bit of shimmer. And I'm going to tightline with it just so it looks more natural than black. So I'm going to move on to complexion. I'm going to use my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation as always, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. I'm going to do a half pump of the Marc Jacobs Do You highlighter. And I'm going to take my Luxie 526 large concealer brush. I'm going to mix that in with the foundation. And then I'm going to use it to apply. I've been using this was a small foundation brush, but I guess not, it's a concealer brush. but I've been using it to apply my foundation lately just because it's a lot easier. It's less mess. Oh, and I wanted to update you guys on the redness around my mouth. So I did see a doctor and she said it was dermatitis. So yeah, I did see like a dermatologist and they said it was dermatitis, and you know, I never thought about that, so I guess. And she said it's partly because I like touch my mouth area a lot because I'm like always doing this or whatever. So that's why that's there. So she gave me some cream to put on. Hopefully it works. It looks like it's doing better. It's not as red. I don't know if you were able to tell before I applied tons of foundation on, but my beauty blender to blend this out. Obviously I'm applying a foundation, but if you want you can always do like a tinted moisturizer or something. I haven't found a tinted moisturizer that I like, so if you really like one, recommend it to me. I've tried the cosmetics one and I really like that, but then I've tried it again and the color just looks really weird now. The It Cosmetics CC cream, but yeah, I haven't tried it for a while already. I mean, I had purchased a full new bottle because I remember liking it so much because it was so like full coverage and everything for a CC cream that I fell in love with it. But after I finished it and I tried to repurchase it again, it just wasn't the same. Obviously, this is all personal preference and optional if you want to add concealer and whatever. I'm gonna do that just because I have a bit of a dark circles and I kind of want to carve out my eyeshadow look. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger, my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna kind of apply some to my mouth area just because it's still a little red. I want to. Recently, during the Sephora VIB Rouge sale for spring, I picked up the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Custard. I heard so many good things about it, so I decided to try it. It's the one in the pot, and I'm liking it so far, so I'm just going to use this one to highlight with my Morphe M224 brush. I feel like it's easier than the tube because then when it runs out, you have to take off the little stopper for the tube. So at least here you can just take a brush and kind of dip it in. I'm the only person that uses this, so it's fine. So I am just highlighting. This concealer has really good coverage too, and I like the matte effect, I guess. And it blends out super well, so I really like it. I was going to try a different color, like the color Macadamia, but it looked a little too pink. I don't know why. Okay, so now let's set all of our hard work. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. I'm just going to do a light baking. I also did pick up the Cover FX loose powder, but I didn't like it. I saw like little creases on my forehead, and that never happens with the RCMA or Laura Mercier that I've ever seen, so I didn't like how that looked, and I didn't like it at all. It's not as like, the Laura Mercier is kind of more drying, so I guess that's why I never saw like creasing. Because the Cover FX has no like talc, I believe, it's a lot more like, it's more like moisturizing in a sense, but like obviously not really. But I just didn't like it as much. Like I really wanted to like it, but I couldn't, so that's unfortunate because I heard so many good things about it, but you know, not every product's gonna work for me. I'm gonna dust off the RCMA No Color powder. I'm kind of gonna pat it instead of dusting it off. I'm going to take the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Light Plus and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light, using my Morphe E3 to set everything. Now we're going to bronze. So I got a new bronzer during the VIB sale as well. It's limited edition, so possibly you can still buy it on Sephora. I'm not quite sure. I know it came out for the summer. It is in conjunction to the Marc Jacobs Do You highlighter. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer Coconut Perfect Tan Limited Edition Tan-Tastic Bronzer in a 104. Look how big this bronzer is. And it's so white. It's so cute and pretty. Looks like that I've been using it ever since I got in the mail. It was sold out the first time around that it came out, but I bought it like the day before the sale ended. But if you can get it, I think you should. I know during your first purchase, Marc Jacobs is offering 20% off, so you want to get a little bit of discount, and then I'd suggest ordering off Marc Jacobs. But yeah, and I'm to bronze up. I bronze using my Luxie 502 large powder brush. Don't forget to bring it down your neck. This is an optional thing. Obviously, all these steps you don't have to take. Everything is optional and to your personal preference, but I'm going to contour my face just because I like how I look. This is going to be the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. So I'm just going to take my brush and dab it in every single one of the contour shades. I just like how it looks. And this is the MAC 109. You can use a very light hand. I'm not going to go overboard. The yellow shade in this palette to highlight my nose. Just bring it some light. And I did also contour my nose off camera. I used the Benefit Hoola Light. At this point, I'm just going to carve out the contour just a little bit. I just want to make it look a little sharper. Okay, so I'm back with lashes on. These are the KoKo Lashes Goddess. And for mascara, I use the Maybelline Big Shot, the Colossal Big Shot Mascara, waterproof. And yeah, so basically up to date. I'm going to go back in with that Marc Jacobs Brown Out eyeliner. I'm going to apply that on my lower my waterline. Okay, so the blush I'm going to apply today is the Marc Jacobs Air Blush in Flesh and Fantasy. This has quickly become one of my favorite blushes. There's a very light pink, and then there's this mauvey pink, which is matte. This light shimmery, actually it's not matte, it kind of has like a sheen to it. They both kind of have a sheen to it, but this light pink is kind of like a light highlighter, so it's going to soften that mauvey pink up. So for the brush, I'm going to be using my Japanesque blush brush, and I'm just going to mix them together. This is a really pretty blush. I've been super obsessed with it, and I want to try more of these blushes. And then for a more glowy look, I'm going to apply my Milani Baked Bronzer in number 4 Glow. It looks like this. I love this Milani like glow bronzer. I'm also going to be taking the Morphe M527. It's just a very flimsy, like loose brush. I'm going to swirl it around. And then I'm going to use this brush to kind of make the face more glowy. So a little bit on the forehead. Mostly I'm going to put this on the cheek just for that very nice bronzy glow. And this is a very like loose bristled brush, so it's not just going to apply a lot of powder. Super pretty and really affordable as well. Now let's apply highlighter first. This is a Dose of Colors Baked Highlighter in Peach Glow. Looks like this. This is the Morphe M501. So, Iced Peach Tea Lemonade. Bomb. That is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, and I'm going to spray my face. I'm going to wait till it is almost dry, and then I'm going to apply a little bit more highlighter. So this is the L'Oreal Spackle Mist. like it's almost dried, this will intensify the highlight even more. The shade Note to Self, I'm going to pop that in on my lower lash line. Just very little. I'm going to use that Dose of Colors shade and I'm going to highlight my inner corners. This is the Luxie Small Tapered Blending. And I'm going to set my brows. This is Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizing Mascara. I'm going to make them a little bit messy. Like I don't want to make it look too perfect. So I'm going to get in a little close. I'm just going to flick up. But I want to make sure I get all of like the powder off of my brows. Brow bone, since it is a glowy look. I should have done that after I set my brows. I'm going to apply lower lash line mascara. This is a L'Oreal Telescopic. I just really like this for my lower lash lines because I have really small eyes, clearly you can tell. And it just works perfectly. And it's cheap, it's affordable. I'm going to use is going to be the ColourPop Lippe Pencil in Chi. I literally love this lip pencil so much. It's part of the Karuchi collection, which they did relaunch. So if you missed out or you need like new stuff, go ahead and pick this up. So that's Chi. It's a little bit dark, but I still like it. And I'm going to use the Bite Multi-Stick in Blonde. So it's like this, a very pretty light shade. It's a multitasking stick, so you can use it for your lips, cheeks, and eyes. But I'm going to use it for my lips today. It's a really pretty nude color, but since it is summer, I really want to put a gloss. This is going to be the Anastasia lip gloss in Undressed. Look how pretty this lip combo is. I'm truly in love. Spray my face one more time just to make that powderiness go away and make everything blend together and look more natural. And this will just refresh your makeup throughout the day too. It says prime, set, and refresh. So you can always reapply your face with facial spray whenever you want. And this is the final look. Glowy, bronzy, easy summer makeup look. I'm loving this look right now because I'm totally ready for summer. We have like bipolar weather right now. It is so sunny outside, but it is like windy as hell, and I'm sure you hear it from my video. So it is windy as hell, and I'm just ready for it to be warm and summer. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to follow my social media accounts